You'll have to tune in and watch this week because look who's behind us.
And aquarium events for grown-ups, including Dad for Father's Day.
Welcome back to another episode of the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your amazing, fabulous, fantastic Long Island life. I'm Sharon, and I am here with Stacy.
Hello again, everybody.
So I have one question for you. How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm actually feeling great.
Yeah?
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, we are. It's hump day.
Okay.
We're almost at the other side of the mountain for the work week.
Okay.
I'm wearing a necklace my daughter bought for me.
It's beautiful.
Feeling nice. And we're out of the office.
We are.
On a Wednesday.
We are.
We are at the Long Island Aquarium.
We are at the Long Island Aquarium, and I do have to tell you, I am so excited to be here. And this has been a request that we've had from our very good friend, Bryan DeLuca. And I'm super excited to be here and have him join us in a few minutes to talk about a very special celebration as they are celebrating 25 years.
Yeah, I can't believe it. I've been here probably a dozen times at this point. And I don't know if it feels like they've been here for longer or if I've just been here so many times, but it's going to be a really exciting conversation with him because just speaking personally, I don't know that everybody knows everything the aquarium has to offer.
Right. It is so deep and wide. And I think I'm so excited to talk to him and get all the details of how they plan on celebrating this quarter of a century lifespan that they have. And I'm super excited to have him here. But I do have to say that I took the 40-minute drive here in complete silence. And I didn't even realize it until I pulled in the parking lot.
Oh, I love that. It's very weird. I tend to drive in silence as well, even though Spotify is very easy to access in my car. But yeah, I tend to do that too. I think sometimes that's just a result of mothering. Where you don't you just enjoy the silence.
Yeah.
But then you come here and there is
screaming children.
Well,
in a good way. They're excited.
Yes, they are. They're excited. You hear the oohs and the ahs.
Yeah.
And when Brian comes in, he will be able to discuss beyond family-friendly events and kid-friendly
they have
stuff.
some fun things happening this year. I'm excited to talk about it. They have some adult activities, which is exciting. But I do have to say, we were gone last week. I was on vacation, and I had a week-long family trip in Florida, and we went to Universal and Animal Kingdom and poolsided for a while. We did look out on the weather. As you can tell, I'm fairly tan.
Yes.
I just say so myself.
You look amazing.
I seriously made it my husband literally was like, I'm sorry it's raining, honey. You're not going to get the sun you want. And I'm like, oh no, it's Florida, babe. It'll pass. And a couple of days it didn't, but I got what I needed.
No, you look amazing. I like to stay super porcelain. I like the sun to reflect off this beautiful
white,
maybe a touch of peach, skin.
Yeah.
I may have mentioned this on another podcast, some self-tanning later. But
that scares me.
You are an inspiration. You can see there is a very significant difference between the two of us.
But no, it was so relaxing and so needed. And like everybody's like, how was your vacation? I'm like, not long enough.
Yeah.
Never is. But it was really fun. We had so much fun. I mean, I have to say, like, my kids are at an age where, you know, we've gone to this resort. This would be the second time we were there. And it's not a Disney property. It's outside. It's in Orlando. But it's called The Grove, and it has its own water park inside, and it has a couple slides and things like that. And the last time we went, Everly was a little too small to do like the big kid stuff. But this year she was like tall enough to do all the rides and stuff. So it was really, really fun. And I really was so admired by my son, who's 12, and she's going to be 6 next week. And they completely bonded, like, for the first time, and it was just such a beautiful sight to see. It only lasted in Orlando, I have to say. We got back. And
take what you can get.
Take what you can get, and it may be just a vacation thing, and that's okay. But they had the best time because she was actually able to ride the rides, and like, so we didn't have to separate and, you know, do the child swap or whatever it was because she was tall enough. So
that's nice though, because sometimes it's only those experiences that'll take them to the next level of sort of connection, you know.
It was so cute because he's like telling her everything she needs to say when he, you know, when you go back to school on Monday, tell everybody you rode Harry Potter and you did Mount Everest and all those fun things. I do not like going backwards on roller coasters. I determined that Mount Everest is not the fun one. Harry Potter was amazing. Pandora and Animal Kingdom was incredible. Like it felt like you were in the movie, like you were a character in the movie.
I don't like anything you're saying because I don't like
You're not
going
a thrill
forward.
seeker?
I don't like going forward or backward. I don't
Yes.
like being on a roller coaster at all. For some reason, I would sooner jump out of a plane
Why?
than go on a roller
would
coaster.
never.
I just, and when my daughter was young, I took her to Hershey
Yeah.
one year, and I did not know. I'd done the research, I guess, for only the smaller, the rides for younger kids, not realizing that she would exceed the height that I was expecting her to fall into.
Right.
So it was just she and I. So I had to go with her on real roller coasters. And I really get on, I lock in, and I shut my eyes the whole
You
time.
black out.
And that's it. I just, yeah, that's true. I black out. My eyes roll to the back of my head, and I just, the sounds of like the brakes.
The crink, crink, crink.
Uh-huh.
I
And,
love it.
No.
I
no.
love
So
it. I'm here for it.
Well, if we ever go to amusement park together, I will hold your jacket,
You'll
I'll
hold
hold
my
the snacks,
bag?
and I will
Thank
root
you.
for you.
Because that was one problem. We had the Hulk ride, and I had like my backpack and all the waters and things like that. And I gave that to Dan so he can hold, but I had my phone, and they won't allow you to have your phone. So I'm like, I asked the guy, I'm like, oh, can you just hold it? I'll be back. He's like, no.
So what's the rule?
You
Someone
have
has
to go put it
stay
in a locker.
Oh.
And then that was uneventful. I couldn't figure that one
Yeah,
out.
I'm happy
so.
to go with you guys next time.
You hold my phone next time.
Hold your phone.
But we have some really, really, really super exciting news, hot teas. You're a fan favorite. And I am so excited to announce that you are the official co-host of the Long Island Tea podcast. Whoop, whoop.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel great. I won't be subtle. I really love doing it. I think that, you and I work together all day long.
Yeah.
I mean, we basically do this.
Yeah.
I just invade your office constantly. Might as well do it in podcast
Right.
form anyway. I really enjoyed doing the first couple sessions. We were filling in,
Yeah.
either for Kristen or just the Sharon and Co. Type of thing. So I'm very happy to be doing it on a more consistent manner. And I am trying to get the ums out of the way.
Yeah,
So for
okay.
my fans, if you've been complaining to your friends and family that I say too many times, I realized it myself, and I'm actively working to change that. But on a serious note, very happy.
We're
to be,
super
to be
excited.
doing this to you, and just happy to be like promoting all of our stuff on Long Island, and finding a way to interweave pop culture into
Yes.
it. This is what we do anyway.
This is what we do, and it is so fun. And I have to say, like, just even having you on a couple times, I feel like our synergy and our energy are very similar. You know, like you said, we are in each other's offices anyway all day long. So it just became, relevant that this is the nature of the path that we are taking.
Yeah.
So welcome, Stacy.
Thank you
my
so much.
co-host. I love it. I'm super excited. And you know what's super exciting too? Can I say super exciting anymore? We are going to do a whole photo shoot to announce this, and I can't wait because I had so many cool ideas, and Michael and I and you were strategizing yesterday on this, and I think it's going to be fun, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah, I can't wait to go to my plastic surgeon this weekend and be prepared for Monday.
jerk.
I've been, sort of like looking at my face a little bit closer now that we have this photo shoot. So this is the before. It's not bad, but Monday, get ready. It's going to be,
It's going to be a whole new Stacy.
it's a whole new me.
Oh, you know that song? They call me Stacy.
Yes.
We should have that.
But that
playing.
is my
That'd
name.
be- Yes, that is your name. But yeah, we're at the aquarium, and the sharks are behind us. I mean, right before I got here, you had done a bit of an experience yourself. But why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
I did. I met an amazing penguin here. We bonded. We had a little bit of time to get to know each other.
Yeah.
It was nice. But no, it was great. They took him out of where he was hanging out, and we took some photos together. It was great. He really was the star. He was posing.
That is adorable.
You could tell he does this.
He's a natural.
He's a natural. I was the one that had to sort of get to his level. So I was excited that we did that. That was really fun. I am very excited to bring my kids back. We've been here several times,
Yeah.
but we haven't experienced all the kind of cool experiences you can do here. Obviously penguin, and there's sea otters and feedings and all that stuff. But we can get into it with Brian or without. But there's other experiences here.
Like a shark dive.
I know. I've mentioned it like
I know,
every
but you're dying
single-
to do it.
Every time I've been here, I will. I have to do it.
We know somebody that can make that happen.
Yes. Yes. Again, I would rather do that than go on a roller coaster.
I don't understand it. How? I am like, I don't know. I'm a little claustrophobic, so I think that's a big thing. Like, I don't go scuba diving or anything like that. So you are dying to do the shark dive, and we have somebody that can help you and make this happen for you. And why not? Let's just invite him on now, Mr. Bryan DeLuca. All right. Welcome, Brian. Thank you so much, firstly, for hosting us here at this beautiful exhibit with the sharks behind us. And we were talking earlier about you are celebrating 25 years here at the aquarium, which is incredible. So what are some things that fans and visitors can expect?
Well, I'll just, take a step back. It's remarkable. It's 25 years. I mean, this was a concept that kind of started on a napkin, right? I mean, just, Jim Bissett started thinking about, that we're surrounded by water living on Long Island and thinking, it's best to have an aquarium that people can learn about our marine environment. And, he really set forth and worked with Joe Waiulo and then, brought in the Petrocelli family and they built this in phases and, it's pretty unbelievable that today we are a resort destination, that we have hotels and a marina and a banquet operation. And, that vision really went well beyond. But the aquarium is a unique institution on Long Island.
Absolutely. And you've been here for the
21 years.
21 years.
Yeah,
so
just
been
a
seeing
few
it
years in.
grow.
Oh, yeah, and been part of, a lot of those things. And, what I can say that the staff is remarkable. They really care about the animals and they do an unbelievable job. It's a precious collection of animals. Mm-hmm. These sharks behind me have been with us for 25 years.
That's incredible. Now, I know when you do your hiring, it's more of like a national search because you have to find specific people that can tend to these animals.
Sure. They have to be highly trained,
right.
And have the experience to take care of, different species from around the world,
right.
I mean, and, the temperature of the water and their habitats and all those things and the redundancies on the equipment here, the life support systems. So it's a sizable operation, even behind the scenes to see what takes place, And again, we have a great team that takes care of those things. And then we have our guest services team, that really takes care of our guests and our members. And, we want people to have a wonderful experience here.
Yeah.
That's the objective, that you engage with your family.
And they sure do because there's so much to do, not just the exhibits inside, but you have the whole outdoor tree house. You have things going on for adults coming up this year, which I'm excited to learn about because I love it. I come here probably 3 times a year with my family.
Yeah.
When I have family visiting from out of town, I'll bring them here because this is one of our number one attractions on Long Island because it's, one of the closest aquariums on the East Coast, right?
Sure. Yeah. We have the tour boat that goes out on the, the estuary out in the Peconic, and that's just, it's a great trip. They stop at a beach and they get out and they eat mustard plants and they learn about our environment. I mean, I think that's really, the most important thing, that we can do generationally for people is just learn about, protecting our environment.
Absolutely. And it's super educational, like you said. So what are some things that we can look forward to for 25 years?
Well, we've got 25 weeks, right? Everything's based around 25, of course.
Okay,
So we have 25 weeks of giveaways. So every week we are giving something away, whether it's, through our newsletter and our membership base and people that get our newsletter or people that just come to the property.
Okay.
So every week for 25 weeks, and we're giving the tour boat tickets away. We're giving tickets for our kayak experience next door at our marina. So we're giving really cool things away every week
for 25 weeks.
For
That's
25
awesome.
weeks.
And then you have some interactive experiences happening.
Yeah. So again, for $25, you can go on the tour boat. You can snorkel with tropical fish.
Wow.
That's only open from July and August.
Okay.
That's because there's tropical fish and overnight temperatures. Have to meet their normal
effect,
environment.
yeah.
Yep. So those things are $25, and we also on the 25th of every month.
Love this. I
we
see the
give
pattern here.
a $25 admission. So
Wow.
last month, people just came in, tripled our attendance.
That's amazing.
So it's kind of a nice way to give back, and it's really a great opportunity for people that maybe can't afford the ticket. Take advantage of coming in on the 25th and get a $25 ticket for admission, which is pretty awesome.
So funny enough, we were just talking earlier before you joined us. Stacy is really, really into the shark dive. So how do we make that happen for her?
Yeah.
I think I may have harassed you about this once before.
Yeah, have you?
At a meeting. Yeah, it is definitely on my immediate to-do list.
Oh, sure. Yeah, no, we can make that happen without question about it. I've done it with two of my sons, and
I was just going to ask you, how often have you done it?
yeah, it's a really unique experience. You're in there. Once you get lower down, you're with a dive master. I mean, you're with somebody that, you have a tender up top. It's the best way to get immersed into their environment without being out in open water, right? And, so you get to experience that. You go down, you're in a wetsuit, and it's just the solitude as soon as you go down under the water. And then, they're menacing looking, I mean, they're menacing. You look at them and they're sharp.
Not a great sell.
This
is not a great sell.
No, but you're so excited about it, Stacy.
Yeah, no, it's really cool, and you just make sure you keep your arms in the cage because you can only do that once.
Yeah, not looking to do anything but observe. And I have two kids that I would like to bring along with me. We'll see if it's a punishment or if it's a reward, depending on their feelings of it. But it is on that will be done this summer.
Yeah, good. Okay, we look forward to doing that with you.
So she's going to celebrate 25 years by doing a shark dive for you. So there you go.
Terrific.
Some of the things the aquarium is doing some photo contests.
So we have a couple things on the photo side. We're doing then and now photos.
Okay.
So from the original construction, this was a lumber site.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And so it was a big warehouse. So we have photos of when it was under construction. It's just really cool just seeing this tank from the inside and the glass. And so we have then and now photos that are going to be throughout the property. And the other really kind of unique thing, because I'm an artsy person.
Yes, you love art.
I love art. We do our sculpture stuff, right?
Yeah.
You guys came to the turtle sculpture thing. So I decided to do an art contest and with an aquatic theme and put it out to an open call artist from around the country. And we've got over 60 submissions from people that are submitting some beautiful art. So on the 25th of June,
I love it.
we are having our member birthday bash, right? I'm cutting a cake, and we are also going to announce the winner of that art contest.
Okay.
And really, the big giveaway is we're giving away a 25-year membership.
Wow, that's amazing. Now let me ask you: those art exhibits, do you house them here at the aquarium?
So it's kind of a call to artists. So people are submitting their art, sending it in, driving it in, flying it in.
Because when we came for the turtle was huge.
Yeah, the turtles, that was a unique thing, right?
Yeah.
So these are mainly, normal size art, paintings, photos, and sculptures. And we're going to have them in our riverfront room the night of our birthday celebration.
Okay.
And so people can walk around and see that. We'll have them judged by then, and then we'll be able to announce the winner that night.
That's amazing.
And then we're doing one with the schools too, elementary schools and high schools. And the schools are submitting stuff, so the students are getting it. So we really wanted everybody to kind of, across the island, be aware of our 25th anniversary and, kind of keep the momentum going on it and involve different aspects.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. Yeah.
And I love, the whole pattern of the 25th. I think that's very clever.
Yeah. Well, Darlene, our marketing director, does
She's awesome.
Fabulous job.
She's awesome.
On February 6th, we had some North American river otters flow in Stark. They welcomed a litter of 4 pups, 2 males and 2 females. The public was invited to vote on name options, 4 for the girls and 4 for the boys. Each name is inspired by either a type of nut in honor of the pup's grandfather, Peanut, which is adorable, or a type of jam in honor of their grandmother, Jelly. So there were almost 10,000 votes cast, and the winning names, drumroll, Fig and Peach, along with Pistachio, nicknamed Stash, and Walnut, Wally. These names were revealed on Mother's Day.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, so, just so adorable. I mean, these little fur balls, and they come out, and, it was a couple of weeks they were behind the scenes, and they were nursing, and, and the staff takes great care of them. And then, got to keep the male away for a little period of time because the female will not be happy with him getting too close to the children quite yet. And, and then you can see her feeding them and nursing them, right out in the open habitat for the public to see that. So that was just great. And then, just then she starts teaching them how to swim and teaching them how to fish.
It's so cute.
So moving on, past the baby topic, is the more appropriate aquarium events for grown-ups.
This is new this year. You really
No,
have,
we've done it. We've done them a couple years. I mean, the booze cruises
Okay.
we've done. You know, our tour boat's gone out for wine and cheese cruises. Of course, we're in the wine region, right? I
Right,
mean, on
right,
Eastern
wine,
Long Island,
exactly.
50 vineyards. We take advantage of that, and we do beautiful cruises. Out. We have a great bar and grill on the water at our marina, Treasure Cove Marina, and that's Seaside Grill, and we do booze cruises right out of the back of the aquarium and the Hyatt back there.
awesome.
So that's a really neat experience for people to do. And there's a couple times that's all on our website to do those trips. We also, out of our marina, we do moonlight paddles.
Oh,
So we put lights
love
on the
this.
bottom of the paddles, of the stand-up paddle boards and the kayaks, and we go out on the full moon, the weekend of the full moon. And usually I lead that paddle because I just love paddling.
Yeah.
So we go out all the way out to the 105 bridge. It's like a 2.5 mile paddle. We go right out about sunset and come back, and it's nice and dark. And we go out with a bunch of people, and it's a pretty unique thing.
yeah, that is a unique experience.
Yeah.
You also do paddle battle. Is that
We do paddle battle. So that's a race that we do now. We're going on 13 years.
Wow.
And that's a fundraiser for our New York Marine Rescue Center. So
Amazing.
that facility that's saving endangered turtles in our local waters, we do a fundraiser for them every year right here on the Peconic River. It's a great event. Probably get about 175 racers a year on that. So that's a big event. And I know you guys help promote that.
Yeah,
for
we
us,
do
too.
help promote it, but I'm like dying to do it myself. Like,
Oh, great. Well, you know what? We're going to put you
You're
in
gonna
this
shark
year.
dive. I'm gonna paddle battle,
fine.
and it's
Just
gonna
make
be
a
great
list.
time.
We will
Yeah.
keep checking the boxes.
Yeah.
Taste of the East End.
Yeah. So another
Coming
great event that we have, being on the East End, and we have vineyards and breweries along with a couple restaurants that contribute, and then of course our food operation, our Seaside Grill, our catering operation, and we provide food for that night. So it's kind of it's a unique thing for people to come. Outside the koi pond, beautiful setting
Yeah.
on the river,
beautiful.
and then you're walking around the aquarium and getting to enjoy the walls that come alive.
Yes, absolutely. I love that event too because it tastes the whole region, right?
Yeah.
So we have Long Island wines there, Long
Yep.
Island food there. It's really
Breweries,
awesome.
yeah,
It's a
ciders.
It's a long list of reasons why you should invest in a babysitter or start getting that older sibling to watch the younger ones
Yeah.
so you can come out here and
Yeah,
experience.
and a
all.
lot of people now come, and they make the reservation at the Hyatt or
Yeah.
the Preston or the Howell House,
Yeah.
and right across the street, they're right next door, and they really make a nice night of it.
Yeah, it's family friendly too. So you can do that like a staycation if they're locals can come here and stay
sure.
at the Hyatt Place. I've seen a couple influencers do that on Instagram where they film their whole visit here and do their whole trip. It's also
Yeah,
cool.
well, look, there's plenty to do here. You're right at the gateway to the East End,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
so if you're a shopper, you go to Tanger. If you're into cars, you got the Riverhead Raceway.
Yeah.
There's golf courses, there's beaches, there's great boating. And again, vineyards and breweries. There's just so much to do here. And then, of course, you can get to Southampton and Montauk Point and Greenport, these
Right.
great waterfront towns, to enjoy all that the East End has to offer.
Yeah, absolutely. Where can people find you?
Well, I'm here right now with you.
Yes, but I mean on social media.
That's Long Island Aquarium.
Okay.
Yeah,
on
Instagram,
you on
Facebook.
Okay.
Website,
If they want to purchase any of these tickets, right on your website.
right on the website. Art contest is on the website. Everything's on our website.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Brian. It's been incredible to learn of all these celebrations, and I'm super excited to celebrate with you and come to the birthday bash and
Terrific.
do the cake cutting. It's gonna
Yeah.
be fun.
Awesome.
That was so much fun. I love having him here, especially because he's such a good friend of ours. He's been on our board for many years. And I just loved listening to all like the transformational projects that took place over these past 25 years. And I think back to when I was a kid and like when I came here for the first time and I remember it being so much smaller. It's wild.
What's more wild is that it's 25 years old, and if I came here, I wouldn't have been a kid when they opened.
No, absolutely. That's true. I guess I should. Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, that wasn't meant to call you out. That's just just aging myself.
Yeah.
But yes, it is so cool, and I think really so many of the things that he mentioned. It's not just like, yeah, that does sound nice. Like I will be here.
Yeah. To, partaking in these events. Have you ever paddleboarded?
No.
Okay,
But
that
I
is
enjoy
like
watching people paddle.
it is so much fun. I highly encourage people to try it. I tried it many years ago and I fell in love with it. I don't get out often as I like, but it's an easy sport. I mean, you can make it as hard as you want, obviously, but if you like a leisurely paddle, like right here in the Peconic River is beautiful.
Yeah, I intend on participating in a lot of the things that he mentioned.
Yeah.
Maybe with you. Will you come
Yes,
here and do
absolutely.
some
Like
of
the
them?
booze cruise, that would be
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that would definitely do.
You know what's happening?
I'm very excited about this.
Very excited because we are in trench mode with developing our inspiration guide. And we are doing some contests at Discover Long Island where you can enter our photo contest to be the featured cover of our inspiration guide.
Important to note, this has a distribution of 100,000.
Yes.
So
yeah,
this is
all
not,
over.
This isn't a cutesy thing in the neighborhood that you hope your neighbor picks up while she's
Absolutely.
doing her laundry or something. This is there's 100,000 hands that this will get into, shared with their families and their
Yes.
staff and their employees.
Globally, it's not just, nationally. We send this when our international consultant Alfredo goes out. He takes them with him. It's just really it's really a beautiful guide that we put together in house. With our incredible staff. So this year we're doing a photo contest, but not only for the cover, but I think we're going to use some of the photos throughout the inspiration guide as well. So you can be
Absolutely.
featured throughout our different sections.
And given credit, mind you. This
Yes.
isn't a type of thing where we love your picture
And
and
we're
no one ever
stealing it.
knows that you have it. Yeah, I mean, you'll be given photo creds.
Yes.
And it's a very, very cool contest. It's going through, it's happening now. It started already. It's happening through the month of June.
Okay. And so how can they enter?
If you just go to discoverlongisland.com, there will be a button on our website that will allow you to submit your photos, one photo at a time, but you can submit as many as you want. We are looking for photos from several different categories. So if you have one from the sunset and then you have your family enjoying a picnic on the beach, we're not looking for one particular photo.
Right, exactly. We're going to use it throughout the entire guide, but the contest winner will be featured on our cover, which is amazing. I'm so
Yeah.
excited for
We
it.
want to see Long Island through
Your lens.
Through your lens. Yeah.
That's it.
Whether you're a tourist, whether you came here and you don't live here, whether you're a local,
Right.
but capture what makes Long Island, and we'd love to feature you in the guide. I'm very, very excited for this guide.
Well, you definitely have a huge part of working hand in hand with our marketing team and our creative team to put this together. So we're actually going to be a little sneak peek. We're kind of changing it up this year. We're making it a little bit more in depth for your use while you're here, as well as inspiring you to come here.
Yeah, we are. I think the photos are really telling of how we're sort of changing it up this
Yeah.
year. We really want it to be, when you're looking through, you either recall your experience on Long Island,
Yeah.
and these pictures resonate with you and cause you to come back, or if you've been on the fence, or we're on your to-do list.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you receive this guide, I think it'll be really, really inspiring. And as you said, we really give you some insider scoop. It's really living like a local when you're
Yes,
here.
yes.
It's not just saying, oh, I'm going to this state. Here's a list of things on Google that are
Right.
interesting to do in the state. We give you sort of the inside scoop.
And what's cool about our organization is we use this platform called CrowdRiff. So when you are on social media and you hashtag Discover Long Island, it gives a little pop-up saying when you give use to this photo. And those photos are all on our website, but we use it throughout our social media posts and marketing. And this is another way to submit your vision through your lens of Long Island. So I'm super excited. So this contest ends June 30th. All entries must be submitted by 11:59 p.m. on June 30th. Again, go to discoverlongisland.com and it'll be right on our homepage. You know what else is on our website? Our blog. So cool. Every week we do an amazing blog with our communications team because we have so much content to churn. And this particular blog is Make Your Father's Day Special on Long Island. So Father's Day is nearly approaching. And I feel like that, along with Memorial Day, is like really like the kickoff to summer experience. So we give you some really inside scoop on how to celebrate the dads in your life. With our blogs featuring some things like Catch Some Sun, Splish Splash Water Park on June 14th. Participate in the annual Father's Day Flop Contest, where adults showcase their best belly flops for a prize. Pre-registration is definitely required. You can take a tour on the Tiki Boat and treat Dad to a party on the water. The Tiki Boat has a bar on board and takes you for a music-filled trip on the ocean. And the boat is available for private parties as well. Or you can go to the number one beach on Long Island is Cooper's Beach, number one beach in the U.S., Cooper's Beach. This is ranked nationwide by Dr. Beach. The Southampton Beach offers pristine sand and surf, and it's a perfect spot for a family beach day.
Yeah, do not sleep on Cooper's Beach. If you were to search the top beaches in the U.S., Cooper's Beach always makes the list.
Yes.
This is not a Long Island specific.
And this is a scientist who has a definite method to his madness when he's ranking these beaches. He goes by like the grains of sand, the quality of the water, everything like that.
Yeah. You'll see me there as well. Let's say your dad loves steak.
I love steak.
I love steak as
I
well.
want a
But
steak
Mother's
right now.
Day,
I'm starving.
Mother's Day has passed. I'll
Yes.
take you for steak next
Thank
year.
you.
Your dad's a steak guy. Here's an extra reason to go to a steakhouse. Prime, beautiful on the water in Huntington.
Yes, I love it. Dinner on the water is amazing.
By the way, while you're at Prime, go to the Huntington Lighthouse. Shout out Pam. Go to Blackstone in Melville, Tellers in Islip, Insignia in Smithtown, Fogo de Chao in Huntington. These are just some of them.
Yes.
But read more about this blog and what you guys can do on Father's Day at discoverlongisland.com/blog. Again, discoverlongisland.com/blog.
And I also highly encourage our hot teas to join our newsletter. You can request to, submit your email, and we do send these out weekly or biweekly, I think. And we have all this information in there sent directly to your inbox. So it's another way to get this.
Let us make your plans for the weekend for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let us do the work.
Speaking of weekend, this weekend on Long Island, Friday, June 13th, All of Me with All of You is an LGBTQ art out of the collection at the Heckscher Museum of Art in Huntington because it is Pride Month.
It is.
Which we're super excited about. And Crafting with Pride at the Whaling Museum of Cold Spring Harbor recurs weekly on the weekends in June.
On Saturday, June 14th, let's get some fireworks going at Long Island Ducks game. And then the Beacon of Hope 5K run at the Montauk Lighthouse, which is probably the only thing that would inspire me to do a 5K.
Yes.
Is it either starts or ends at the Montauk
Yeah,
Lighthouse? Another excuse to just be there.
Absolutely. For more events to check out, you can go to our detailed events page at discoverlongisland.com. So I was doing some research on our very own Billy Joel because I don't know if you noticed, but he canceled all of his tour.
Yeah.
He's going through some medical issues, but he just recently had some dinner with Howard Stern, and Howard talked about it on his Sirius XM show recently, how he had dinner with him, and he's like, I'm not dying. It's just, I'm okay. I'm going through this process. He has some sort of condition, NPH, I believe it's called, where there's like fluid that builds up in your brain, and it causes, an imbalance or some memory loss for a minute. So he's getting some help with that, but he's doing good so far.
Good. We hope to have him back. My daughter, as a true Long Islander, has just begun to embrace Billy Joel. And Vienna is a song that she plays. It's on her
blast.
shower mix.
I love it.
But yes, as a true Long Islander, she has finally gotten there. She's
Embraced.
15 years old. Yes, there's several songs on the shower mix, but Vienna is the one that she's getting into most. I tried to recite all the words of Scenes from an Italian Restaurant, which I used to really be able to house. Not that great anymore. Loved a couple stuff. It's a little speedy at certain points, but I have to work on that. But I'm glad he's feeling better.
Yeah.
And I assume that we will hear him playing the piano and singing very soon.
Yes, absolutely. I do have to tell you too that I took your advice and started watching
No.
Sirens.
Which advice? Oh, okay.
I love this show. I didn't know it was filmed on Long Island.
So it's not, as far as the show goes, it's not.
It's not based in Long Island because
Yeah,
it
but
looks
they're
like it's
using
probably
us
like
for
the
our
Cape or
beauty,
something. But they filmed at Cold Spring Harbor, and not sure the other location, but incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you've ever had a reason to just find a way to make a ton of money,
Yeah.
it's so you can afford a house.
Just like that one.
It is. I mean, just the outside shot.
Oh my gosh.
And going down to the water. I mean, that really is what Long
Like
Island
the
is.
first 10, 15 minutes of the first episode, she's running up the staircase and she comes up to this, like finally meets the staircase.
Yeah.
And she comes up to this mansion. It's just, oh my gosh.
Yes, it is an amazing, amazing house. The show is super easy to binge, by the way. So
Yes,
if
it
you
is.
haven't gotten-
Quick episodes. I love it.
Very quick. My mother got into it very quickly. Shout out Roberta. Speaking of water,
Yes.
and being out east. Have you heard of the Montauk Monster? Since we're surrounded by water.
Aquarium. Yes, funny enough, we were talking about this recently, and I don't think you heard of the Montauk.
No, it was new.
Monster.
It was new. to
So
me.
this was interesting to me because it was everywhere. This was like something that just took the media and ran, and it was very much a questionable thing what it was. So a few years back, this animal-like figure washes up on the beach in Montauk, and I think there was so much like craziness behind it,
Fear around it.
fear around it, like as it looked like an alien.
It was
type thing.
described as hairless with a beak-like snout and sharp teeth,
Yes.
which are, hairless, okay, but snout, like a weird shaped snout and sharp teeth are usually things that we try to stay away
Stay away from.
Yeah.
But so do we know what it really was?
I don't know if there was if it was established or if a few scientists, I think from what I read, a few scientists were claiming it was something different. So I
Yeah.
don't know if it was ever claimed, but I do know it disappeared.
It disappeared.
Like scientists took it and it was not spoken of again.
Probably in the Montauk Project, right? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Experts concluded that it was a raccoon that had been severely water degraded.
Oh, so experts concluded that it was a raccoon that was severely water degraded.
I challenge that.
I think it makes sense.
Go
You
take
tell
a
me.
look at
The
it.
possibility of it being a hybrid creature or government experiment.
Right. Well, they said there's this.
Right, Montauk
There's.
Project.
Oh, is that
Yes,
what that is?
yeah.
Right. That was the other thing I read. Let's not get into conspiracy theories here. We could save that for a different podcast.
We should have Chris come on. He's got so many conspiracy theories. I love it.
Talk about that in November. So we discussed Father's Day. We did touch upon one Pride event, but June, Pride Month. Happy
Yes,
Pride to
Happy Pride.
Our LGBTQ plus listeners and allies and their families. There are many, many Pride events this month to attend. June 14th is the LGBT Youth Prom in Bayshore. The prom is open to all LGBTQ plus youth and allies. There's buffet dinner, dessert bar, certainly some dancing, and a crowning of the Rainbow Court, all for the inexpensive price of $10.
That's amazing. June 14th is the third annual Northport Pride Fest in the park. Head to Northport Village for a full day of music, vendors, local shopping, community celebration. And while you're there, explore Northport's charming streets filled with specialty shops, galleries, and more.
There's a candle making event in Patchogue. I love that. Get crafty, support a good cause. Join the AR Workshop Patchogue for a Pride themed. I said this already, sorry. At this event, there will be wine, snacks, and good vibes, and a portion of the proceeds will benefit Patchogue Pride.
And that's happening June 17th. On June 22nd, which is Everly's birthday,
Hey.
is North Fork Pride Parade and Festival. Thousands will gather in Greenport for this vibrant parade and celebration of love, inclusion, and pride. Expect live entertainment, local vendors, and a festive atmosphere along the North Fork.
And then, of course, July 4th, everybody, Fire Island Invasion of the Pines. Pride does not end in the month of June. Since 1976, Fire Island Invasion has been a legendary Independence Day tradition. Hundreds of drag queens parade through Cherry Grove, board the ferry, and invade the Pines. Thousands of onlookers cheer on. I will be one of them. It ends with the crowning of queens by Pansy, the drag queen, who started it all.
I love that.
Happy Pride, everyone. Shout out to my brother Jason and his husband John.
Aw, happy Pride. Okay, so I kind of covered a little my celebrity. What do you have going on?
So since we're here,
Yes?
Long Island Aquarium, I think it was unknown to me after doing just a tiny bit of research. There are several shows that have been filmed here.
At the aquarium?
Big bad shows, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Marvel's Jessica Jones, which was on
What?
Netflix. Jessica Jones, the character, visits Neptune's World Aquarium to track down a killer and uncover secrets from her past.
This is on Netflix?
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Production transformed the aquarium seahorse tank into a replica of the show's octopus exhibit.
Okay.
Shout out Jessica Jones. And then Project Runway, which I missed terribly. They had an episode sketching with the sharks where they were required to create an avant-garde look inspired by underwater life
Oh my
form.
gosh.
Which I just want to say, there was sort of an aesthetic going on recently with mermaid core.
Yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah,
What
so
is this?
Taylor Swift had a costume change during the Eras tour where she wore something that was mermaidy, and then J-Lo just hosted the American
Yes,
Music Awards.
yes.
One of her outfits was very scaly. I am wearing what I'm calling
Introduce.
fish catching net core.
Oh.
Not to be mistaken for fishnet core. That's a different podcast.
Okay. Look at this. So fun. I love it.
So it gives
Gives the vibes.
fish catching net. So I just wanted to be on brands for the aquarium.
Thank you for doing so as your brand reveal as co-host at the Long Island Tea. This has been an incredible episode. I love having the sharks behind us. I love having Brian on. We're going to be doing some more remotes. So if you have any ideas or, anything that you want us to feature, please reach out to us at spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com or reach out to Michael via social through our Instagram or Facebook. Stacy, what a great episode. Your first official episode.
I'm not mad at this location. I was really excited. I tried to make it I was excited because I would go back and tell my kids, and it was a fun thing. But this is all me. I'm very excited to be here. I think I liked it a quick jog from my car to go meet the penguin. So I'm really happy. I'm happy those sharks stay over there and we stay over here.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. See you next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow the Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.